I'm so glad Nixon can be there. What a great story. And of course, I'm happy because Tampa is my hometown. All right, let's toss things over to our meteorologist, Emily Owen. Emily, of course, we want to know what the rest of the night is looking like as far as the weather goes, but today is a big day. It's National Love Your Pet Day, and I know you've been loving on our favorite Fitz. Hey, Fitz.
He says, hey, Sydney, yes, today is National Love Your Pet Day. So, of course, I know Fitz loves to make his fair share of appearances, especially right when I'm in the middle of doing my weather hits. So, couldn't let this day go by without wishing him a National Happy Love Your Pet Day. Let's go ahead and jump out to the graphics. Now, go ahead and let him get back to his running around, and I'll show you guys what the current radar is looking like. And we're seeing a clear pinpoint Viper right now. That is definitely some good news, especially with what all we experienced this past week. Temperatures are still cold out there. We're sitting at 32 right now in Huntsville, and it does look like temperatures are going to continue to drop into the upper 20s, so it is going to be another brutally cold night out there, a clear sky and quiet all across the Tennessee Valley. But I know some of you guys are looking forward to spring, and it looks like we're going to have a taste of spring heading into the week ahead with our temperatures. And coming up on later in the show, I'll have the details on that, plus I'll have a look at the 7-day forecast.